What's up, guys? I'm David with the Age of Metal, and I'm here with
Sabrina Cruz of Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, yeah. So I have a question for you, Rock. We have a few questions for you. First one is, you haven't actually made a, I guess, a wide tour since Black Guardian. How has everybody treated you so far in this, I guess, big tour? Yeah.
I mean, the tour is really awesome. We have a lot of supportive fans that come out, very dedicated. I would say, honestly, my favorite part is how nice that the bands are and how much teamwork is involved, because like that for me is really important. Like, you can have really great fan turnout, but sometimes the internal working of the tour is sometimes what makes it more enjoyable too. Yeah, so, but we've had great turnout by fans, very supportive fans, fans that are brand new that found us through the new music video, and some of them just like, well, I'm just gonna come to the show and see if I like it, and then they're just like, I didn't know this was an American band. Yeah. So yeah, it's been, thank you.
We actually got to see you then, and we're waiting for Blind Guardian, and it's like, oh shit, like what just hit us? Like,
surprise! There's a power metal band.
Okay, like, oh, damn.
And it's from America, which is few and far between.
We actually didn't know that until later too. So it was awesome. We're like, oh, yeah. We thought you guys were like Finnish or something.
No.
All right. Well, second question, I guess. What is your set list? I guess in between all of the CDs that you have, like how are you balancing everything?
We're mostly focusing on the new album because we've spent so much time with this one that we feel it's important for people to hear it because it's our strongest to date. It's definitely been a big growth for all of us. And so we definitely want to make sure that people hear that. But we've also been throwing in a few of ours favorites from the very first, the Bloody Meadow. We've played that a couple times. Our favorite song from The Fire Is Mine. We have a lot of favorite songs, but Fragile Minds Collapse is like one of our favorites, so we still like to always throw that in there because it seems to always get everybody excited, so, including us.
Awesome. That actually answers another question I was going to ask.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, that's great. So I guess let's talk about your new album, Decennium. I guess what's the good, what's the bad? Mostly good, I guess.
So for me, this was a difficult process because the goal is to grow. And as a singer, your voice is your voice. That's what you get. So the only way that it gets any better is when you work on it. And sometimes working on it is uncomfortable. And I call it the sandpaper phase, like two slivers of sandpaper just grinding together. And, so for me, it was really hard, and especially since how much the music grew, I had to grow with it. You know what I mean? So the guys didn't write easy music for me to sing over. It's all your fault. No, but
That's a good thing, actually.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is like, actually even David Bowie said that if you're not growing and it's not uncomfortable, then you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna go anywhere. You have to. So it's been little sandpaper, but I feel like I finally am kind of getting through it, and I feel proud of everything that we've achieved so far.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I guess another question. What happened in the new album that didn't happen in your last album? Oh boy.
Everybody knows the answer. It's my ballads, my beloveds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the ballads didn't happen. The guys were like, we're going to go all the way, real speed metal all the way. And I was like, okay. Which that's still a challenge for me too. Like I am a tendency to lean towards the slow, ooey gooey songs for me. And so that was one of the big changes. And then me learning how to PMS, which is not a period, it's a power metal scream.
Thank you for that. I was like, wait,
what is that?
I guess, okay. What was the most difficult part about making the new album? I guess kind of in a way was explained already, but was there anything that you want to add to it?
Yeah, it was learning the approach for me. Like, you can't just sing power metal. I mean, you can sing along with it, like once you've heard somebody else do it, but trying to attempt it yourself without any guidance, like when you're writing songs, you're creating something, so you have to create the path. And if there's no path to guide you, that's the hard part. Sometimes it's a singer's forethought to be able to, see where you're going as far as vocally, and you have to make sure that the song does this and not that. You want it to grow to the end.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is your favorite track of the new album to play live?
Kingslayer.
Good song.
Kingslayer is one of our favorites. There's parts in all the songs that are honestly my favorite. Like there's the, for example, Castles in the Snow has a really good breakdown into the middle of the bridge. So this is one of my favorites. And I'm not even singing that. I'm just like, yeah, I just love it. They just all have big parts, but definitely I would say Kingslayer by far is probably all of our favorites to do live. It just has a really good groove. Thanks.
I see why. Okay, I guess. What are your influences for singing? Who are let's say you listen to this album and you sing to it all the time, and you say, "This is the person why I became a singer," kind of thing.
Well, my background, like I've said a lot of times, is very different. I was bluegrass and country and classic rock. So if I had to start all the way from that side of it, it would have started with Enya. It would have started with Sarah McLachlan. It would have been Steven Tyler. It would have been Vince Gill. And then when I started dating Camden, it became different because I didn't know that music even existed at all. So I had to learn. So my very first favorites was Ed Guy and Avantasia. And then, I became almost so giddy stupid when Flora became the new singer of Nightwish. Because I watched her sing in Wacken in 2013, and I just goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, they're new songs. Oh my god, they're the same songs, but they're new. Oh my god. So I mean, and of course, Sharon Denadell from Within Temptation, she's really great. But I kind of I'm a vocalist searching person. So Jorn Land is, I would say, a metal male vocal throb for all the females. Everyone can attest to that. And then I kind of like to compare, some people might get offended, but I compare Tobias Sammet to the Bryan Adams of the metal community when he's genuinely 100% singing and not being, goof off.
I see that.
But I don't know. I search all over the place, and I like different vocalists for different things that they do. So I just I'm a mesh of all things, and I think you can hear it in certain parts.
Wow. That's actually a really good answer. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. I'm like, wow.
I was like, I'm probably talking way too much.
No, that's good, actually. I was like, oh, wow, really? And I guess last question I would have is, how are you guys looking in Arizona? Any good feedbacks in Arizona? Because it's freaking hot as hell.
It's definitely hot. Thankfully the AC is working. Last time we went on tour in Europe, there was no AC.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was fun. We dragged the oil pan, ripped it off the bus, and had no AC in the middle of Europe's hottest summer. Winning. So far the breeze is nice. But we're definitely enjoying this tour so far. We got a little ways to go, but
awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. Just, I guess, listen to the new album, Decennium, badass, and Seven Kingdoms here. You guys rock, by the way.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We try.
You do a very good try.
Thanks.
Very, very good.